What up, world? It's your boy BA for Real 100, and welcome to Get Your Bars Up Media. Salute, salute, salute. So today we have a special guest that I'm very honored to actually have and bless the platform, Mr. Bosstown. Mr. You ain't never stood in front of 3 rounds like these. Chilla, what it do?
What it do, fam? How you
So,
rolling?
man, I'm chilling, man. You know, quarantine got everybody down, got everybody in the house. But I want to thank you for actually stepping out and blessing the platform, bro. You feel me? The love of the craft. One of the best writers in the world. What?
Thank you, fam. It's a pleasure to be here, man. I always check out your blogs. I always see what I'm saying, what your opinion is on things, win, lose, or draw. I appreciate that there's still media out there that focus on the craft and don't focus on all the other things that, make headlines in this culture. Things that aren't always, having to do with talent and skill set. So I appreciate your platform, fam. It's a pleasure to be here.
Definitely, we'll get into it. So lately, man, I've been hearing little talks here about you possibly seeing Lux, man. Is that something that we could possibly see within the next year or so?
It's That's gonna be up to the powers that be, man. The conversation has definitely been had on my end. I don't know if the conversation's been had with Lux. I don't know if Lux has any interest. What I do know is that I feel like as far as writing goes, I think me and Lux can create something for the ages. You know what I mean? Like I feel like we can, much like me and JC or Lux and Hollow, I feel like we can create a battle that, 5, 10, 20 years after the fact, people are still going back, breaking down, deciphering, just that timeless type of content. As long as we have enough time to prepare, I think it'll be amazing, man. And you know, with the way things are now, um, I think the longer it takes for us to get back into the bigger events and bigger crowds, I think the more likely you are to see me and Lux, because it's a lot of battles that, I feel like Lux and Surf on a big stage may have looked different or may have gone different. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's
that's
a
what
fact.
Surf is used to. Um, so if we're taking that into account with other matchups that have been on the table for Lux, like Goods, Lux and Goods is a cool battle. I wouldn't want to see that anywhere though, but a stage. I wouldn't want to see that in a small room. Obviously Lux and JC would be great for a small room. Lux and Daylight would be great for a small room. I think Lux and Chilla would be great for a small room. Um, so I think for as long as we're here, those are some of the matchups that if I were Lux, I would be looking at. I would be considering. You know what I'm saying? Because the big names and the big stage matchups, those will always be there when things go back to normality. You know what I mean? But this is a time where you can, and this goes for URL too, man. This is a time where we can capitalize off the fact that people don't have to be ticket sellers right now, because we're not selling tickets. There's no crowds. There's
Facts.
no, we're not selling tickets. We're not selling pay-per-views. So this is an era right now. This window of time that we have is where you can see where your stars are at. This is where you find new stars. Start throwing people on caffeine. See what they do. If they do well, bring them back. If they don't, leave them on the shelf. But like this is a newer era where certain people are gonna perform really well, and certain people are not gonna perform really well. So things need to change. When you have the big stage era, you cater to big stage names.
That's a
We're in a
fact.
small room era. We should be catering to small room names. Chilla, Daylight, JC, Nitty, Danny Myers. We should be on all these major cards.
That's a
All these major
fact.
cards. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact,
But
bro.
that's just how I feel, man. Obviously I'm biased, but it makes sense to me.
Well, let's take it back to the beginning, man, of your career. Like, what made you decide to step into battle rap and just be like, man, let me test my pen and let me see what I can do in it.
Um, I mean, it wasn't even something I really wanted to do at first. I was always a musician first and foremost. You know, and there was also a period of time where I ran a battle league,
Yeah.
and battling for me was never really a part of the plan. You know, there was a situation uh, in the city where there was a someone battling on the radio every week,
Yeah.
and you know, they called me out for whatever reason. So I answered the call, and you know, obviously I did really well. I had another battle out here uh, in my league, in the battle with the cat from the radio. Everybody just wanted to see me again, and
Yeah.
it, you know, I wasn't I was into the culture and I watched battle rap, but I wasn't like knee deep in it. I would say I was more of a casual fan at that time. So as the footage hit the internet and the numbers started going up, and then you have certain battlers, you know, the John Johns, the Mickey Faxes, the X Factors. You have certain
Right.
battlers, you know, retweeting it and saying I was dope and stuff like that. Um, you know, people wanted to see more of me, so I did another battle on my own league. Did really well again, and after that, it was it was curtains, bro. It was two battles, and after those two battles, I had URL on my line. I had King of the Dot on my line. I had Don't
Ah.
Flop on my line. I had Grind Time on my line. It was you know, two battles. It was two battles, and I had every league in America trying to get me to try out or be a part of an event. I got a main stage
Fire.
King of the Dot battle off of two battles in Boston, bro. That shit's never been done before.
Jesus.
It's never been done before. But shit like that gets people don't pay attention to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that gets overlooked. Especially when it comes to people like me who are generally quiet. You know, I don't toot my own horn a lot. I don't boast. I'm very chill. I don't overdo it with promotion.
Definitely.
You know, so a lot of little facts like that you know, I think if they were coming out of somebody else's mouth, you know, people would be like, "Whoa, that's crazy! Like that's incredible." Um, you know, but when it comes to Chilla, it's you know, it's different. People don't, you know, always like to give it up for me. So
But I one of the bars that I liked from you, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe this was versus Head Ice. You were talking about being compared to Loaded Lux, and then you said this bar where you're like, it only takes one shot, so why the fuck I need to be loaded? Ah, oh my God.
yeah. Well, there's a
Crazy.
story. I mean, there's a story behind that, man. And you know, I'm gonna tell you what kind of what it was. Uh, there's a video of as a blog. I can't remember whose blog it is. I want to say it was either Hip Hop is Real or I think it was Hip Hop is Real, but it was Lux and it was Head Ice.
Mm.
And whoever was doing the interview had said, you know, who you got next. And so I think this was the time where Lux, I think, had just maybe locked in with Verb,
Okay.
and Ice um, was locked in with me for I think it was a December event for King of the Dot that he ended up not showing up for
Yeah.
the first time. Um, anyway, so you know, Lux asks him, "Who do you have next?" So Ice, you know, whispers in his ear, and Lux's reaction is like gave off the impression that he felt like it was insulting to Ice,
Whoa.
you know, for me to have that battle. Like I was out of my league, like I couldn't compete, like like I you know like I wasn't deserving. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And he said a couple slick things, couple remarks that I really didn't like. Um, and that was fuel for me, bro. It was fuel for me, honestly. Especially when it came to that battle, it was like, oh, okay, you feel like your man is like unbeatable, unstoppable. Like he doesn't, like he can't bleed. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And you know, to this day, man, I'm really cool with Ice. Like Ice is like, you know, I'm really good with Ice. So even taking the battle and doing the battle was difficult because I felt like I wasn't really writing from a place of like wanting to kill him, so to speak. Like obviously I wanted to change, but at the same time, this is my, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
before anybody from New York was showing me love, Ice was showing me love. You know what I'm
definitely,
saying? So
definitely.
same with Swave. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sweet.
before all these other New York dudes, like being a Boston dude, going to New York, URL events, like niggas don't like me. Just
That's a
don't really
fact.
rock with me like that. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
fact.
It's the kind of same for Jersey, and you know, and Ice and Swave when I started going to Canada for King of the Dot, Ice, Swave, DNA, Cortez, like those four individuals in clips, treated me like I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, at a time where I didn't really rock with nobody in the culture, and I didn't really know anybody, and I'm not a social person. So if I don't know you and we sitting on a bus, I'm never gonna turn to say anything to you. It's just how I am. But anyway, yeah, you know, as far as that quote for Lux, I seen that, and then I saw Lux in Florida. I saw Lux in Florida at I think it was volume 3. It was an event where I battled Steams on a
Okay.
band
Battle.
band battle. And it was maybe a week after I was supposed to have battled Ice.
Yeah.
And Ice didn't show up. So I saw Lux down there. And you know, it was cool. You know, I shook his hand. I said, "What up?" I didn't really speak on how I was feeling in regards to that, but I'm sure he knew because of certain things that I said on Instagram that he was tagged in.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, it's not like beef or anything like that. I'm not gonna pull you outside and then want to fight you. Like, nah, you feel how you feel. It's a respect though, and it's a competitive drive. It's a, you know what I'm saying. You somebody I look up to, and you telling me that you don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, my talent is worthy of something. I got a lot to
Facts.
prove to you. You know what I'm saying. So that was part of what drove me against Ice. And so that's kind of where that particular scheme that you referenced. That's where that came from, man. There's a whole build up to it.
Yeah.
You know, that ends with, you know, um, all you need is one shot. Why the fuck would I need to be loaded?
That was
Um,
crazy.
and it's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true. If I know that I can hit you in the head with one shot, I don't need a whole clip, man.
Facts. Talk to him. Hey,
I don't need a whole clip.
Lux, because I know that you sneak and you watch my stuff too. Yo, you're gonna have to see Chilla soon. You're definitely gonna have to see Chilla soon, sir. I know you on your high horse, and I know you one of the goats. You got mad respect in the battle rap world, but you're gonna have to see my guy Chilla. You're definitely gonna have to see my guy Chilla. But
If you want to fight, man, if you want like a real fight, like if you want a Lions Den type of fight,
yeah,
he's not gonna find it nowhere else but here, man. No, you know, no offense to nobody else, but
that's a fact.
I'm from that cloth. I'm from that cloth.
Facts.
From that
Facts.
cloth.
So my next question would be: so excluding yourself, who would you consider to be the top 5 pins in the game of all time?
Of all time. Lux conceded. Um, rest of it gets tricky, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Lux
yeah.
conceded. Quantum physics.
Facts.
Um,
I know it get crazy. You got your
I'm a
JC,
I'm a
you got all of
I'm a
everybody in there.
I'm gonna say JC and Nitty,
Yeah,
but you can easily put Magic there.
yeah.
Because in his prime, the back to back punches is crazy.
Crazy.
Um, I think you can put Solomon there. It just, you know, I think he just has a smaller catalog than a lot of us, you know. But if Iron was as active, I think Iron would be in the conversation. Um,
A lot of that. It's
that's
a lot of
probably, you know, that's probably where I'm going with it. You know, that's probably what I would say. Lux conceded, Quantum, JC, and Nitty. I would say.
That's a dope top five. Like every single one of them guys could write, and they are actually considered one of the greats of writing. You did.
Yeah, yeah.
So my next question would be, so rookies versus vets. Recently
Hmm.
heard you mention that you well the first of all the vets need you right now. I'm not gonna front. The vets looking like they need you. You
I
know?
know it. I know it. My phone rang. It was
Yeah.
Jay Black. He was like, "Chilla, man. We're dying out here, man." He said,
Facts.
"Yo," I said, "I need you. I need DNA. I need John. I need Nitty."
Yeah.
He said, "We gotta get the B team out of there, and we gotta put the
Right.
lineup in. We gotta put the starters in." So yeah, I'm gonna jump off the porch pretty soon, man. I'm gonna
That's what's up.
pick out
That's
one
what's up.
pick out one of these little rookies, maybe real sick or Jay Kruger or something. I'm gonna
Man.
pick out one of these little rookies and I'm gonna put one on the board for the vets, man. I'm gonna put one on
Dev-
the board.
Definitely. So you, I heard you mention on one of the caffeine live streams that Real Sick was an opponent that you were looking into.
That's what I want.
Yeah, why
That's what
Real
I
Sick?
want. Few different reasons, man. First reason is I think he's dope. Um,
He is
I
fire.
think he's really good, and of the battlers that haven't gotten a battle yet for rookies, for the rookies,
Yeah,
um, I think that battle poses the biggest challenge for me. Um, I battled Jay a
yeah,
few years ago, so I wouldn't want to rematch that. And
yeah.
you know, I I had JC edging Chaos, and I still will battle Chaos, but I wouldn't battle Chaos after he just had JC before
Yeah.
Sick got a look. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more intriguing for me to take Sick right now. Um, but I think he's the best out of the people that are left. I think he's versatile. He can rap really well. He can punch. Um, his delivery is good. He's creative. He doesn't choke or stumble. So if anything, if he does really well and performs at the top of his game, I think it can be a really good battle and a really watchable battle. My agenda is definitely to try to win clearly. But at the very least, I will be happy to have a borderline classic or a classic. If he can keep up. So
Man. So what has been the difference between the Chilla Jones from the 2010s to the 2018 Chilla Jones to the 2020 Chilla Jones? What has been the difference? And I ask that because it seems like you are finally getting that spark, like that real spark from the bigger platforms and the fans and the culture.
Hey, yo, what's good, world, man? Once again, man, it's your boy Yo Escobar, man, the head honcho, the worst sport battlegrounds, you know what I'm talking about, man. I need everybody to go head over to Get Your Bars Up Media right now. Like, subscribe, and share that thing, man. Go show Get Your Bars Up Media some love, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's the world's #1 source for battle rap.